guys, I am back with another tutorial. Here is the current status of my skin. Not too many breakouts, looking pretty good if I do say so myself. So we are going to start off with the eyes, and I'm just using my normal foundation to even out my skin tone and just to provide a nice base for the eyeshadow. Next, I'm going to be going in with my Lorac Original palette, and I'm taking the shade Taupe, and I am taking a Sigma E35. It's just a dense, fluffy blending brush. So I am working Taupe into my crease, and this is real-time blending, if that matters. So I know so many people like speed up their blending, but this is real. I just do back and forth wind swiper motions, and then I do like a little circles to blend out the edges. So this is what works for me, and I'm going in probably around like 3 times with that shade to get it as concentrated as I want it to be. Next, I'm going in with Sable. It's right there in the middle. It is a more cool tone brown, and I am taking that on a diffused crease brush from Sigma. So you can see the way I put this into my crease, it is very precise. Since we already blew out the edges with that Taupe, this brush is just going to deepen it up and make it more intense. But since you already blew out the edges with the Taupe, it's automatically going to look blended. I love that brush. Next, I'm going in with Anastasia's Anaconda eyeshadow, and I'm taking that on my finger. So these shadows, well, they have a lot of fallout. I don't know if it's just this palette or just this shadow, but if you just use your finger, it works best. No need for Fix Plus or brushes or anything. Just use your finger, get in there, layer it on, make it metallic. It's perfect. So yeah, I just totally went in there with my finger, no worries about it. And I am also going to go back in with the diffused crease brush and just deepen it up again, since I think I went over a little bit with that Anaconda shade. So it's a nice even process. It's actually pretty quick and easy. And then I'm going to blend the edges back out with that Sigma E35 with no additional product. So just like that, one eye is done, and I'm just going to complete the steps on the other side. Next, I am going in with Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Gel. And before you do this, it's important to make sure you wipe away any fallout that you have on your face, because you don't want that getting trapped with your foundation and your moisturizer and everything. So just make sure you clean up any fallout that you have before you moisturize. And then I'm going in with my favorite primer, the Smashbox Pore Minimizing Primer. And I kind of take a lot of it and I just really press it into my large pore areas. If you can see right here, I'm really going in and massaging it in, and I find that this like diminishes my pores. Once I put my makeup on, you cannot see my large pores, and I have huge H-U-G-E pores on the side of my nose. And this primer is the only thing that I've really felt like makes a difference. So yeah, I just go ham with that, you know. And then I'm going to take my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation, the same shade that we use to prime our eyes, hopefully, obviously. And then I'm just dabbing that all over my face, and I'm going to blend out with my Beauty Blender. You guys have seen me do this 5,000 times. So I kind of cut it short this time because you know what to do. Although I do say just be careful around your eyeshadow, because you did spend so much time on it already. You don't want to just put foundation over it and make it ugly. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now I'm going into my concealer routine with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, which is my favorite concealer from the drugstore. It's super affordable. It's really creamy. It just makes your skin look nice, and that's what I love about it. It just lays so well over your skin. So I'm going in there with my Beauty Blender. Nothing too special, but I have been bringing my concealer more onto the sides of my nose, and I think this helps like make my nose look slimmer. I just like how it looks. And then I'm also going to add concealer on the sides of my mouth and on my chin and in between my eyes. And you guys can see in the next clip that it just legit makes your face look good. I don't know if it's a concealer, it's just bomb. Now I am setting everything that we did with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. I go a little bit crazy with this, and I just do the areas that we put the concealer. It just sinks right into your skin. It may look a little white cast at first, but by the time you're done with the rest of your face, it's going to have just sunk right in. You're going to look flawless, smooth, matte. It's perfect. So So yeah, you can see I'm just taking that same brush and going in. Next, I'm going to be bronzing up my skin, and I'm using Makeup Forever Matte Bronzer in 20. So sorry for the dance break here. I never would have thought that I would be one of those girls on YouTube who's just dancing and putting on their makeup, because I think that's like rehearsed. But I legit forgot that I was filming. I was actually real life getting ready for a Thanksgiving potluck when I was filming this, and I didn't know if it would turn out good, and the footage is actually alright. So yeah, I'm just taking that on a MAC brush. I believe this is 108 or 109. I need to Google it because I always confuse it. But I am just putting that everywhere on my forehead. This foundation is a little light for me right now, so I did kind of go heavy with the bronzer. But this bronzer is just flawless. You really can't overdo it, and it works as a contour shade too. So yeah, I'm kind of going heavy with the contour just because I want to look skinny today. Honestly, it's Thanksgiving, come on. And then I am also taking that on the sides of my nose also. This is as far as contouring as I do personally, because I am comfortable with my nose the way it is, but I just like providing some definition so it blends into the rest of my face, you know. Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, and then I'm also cleaning up my contour a little bit with the remnants of the concealer on my beauty blender. I do not put anything additional on my beauty blender, just picked it up and it still has leftover and it still does the job. So I'm also doing my jawline with whatever is left on that bronzer brush. I don't provide like any additional, if I go back in with bronzer on my jawline, it is very light because you can easily see it. Next, I'm going in with Benefit Rockateur blush, which is just so beautiful and perfect. It is the prettiest rose gold peachy pink color, and it does have some shimmer in it, but it's not obnoxious. So I'm going to kind of layer it on. Watching this back, I did realize how much I dipped into that blush, but I like the effects, and it really did leave me looking healthy and flush and glowy. It was just, it's good. So yeah, if you don't have this blush either, girl, you are missing out. But yeah, I'm just taking that right above that contour line and blending it into my bronzer, and it's going to be set. It's going to look good. You got it. Go ahead. Oh yeah, and then take whatever remnants I have, and I'm just bringing it up on my forehead. For my lower lash line, I'm going in with Anaconda again on a pencil brush, and I'm keeping it super simple, and I'm just running that underneath there. I'm not going in with the shades or mattes or anything, just Anaconda. For my highlight, I am using Becca Champagne Pop, and I'm putting that on the tops of my cheekbones, and then I'll also work that above my eyebrow. So I just kind of make a C right there if you see that shape that I did. I kind of went heavy on it, but you guys, like when I go glam, like I have to go glam, like I just have to. And I've been doing my highlight differently too. I'm not bringing it down as much so I don't look greasy. I'm keeping it like purely diagonal from my eyes, the corner of my eye, if that makes sense. So yeah, nose, Cupid's bow, tip of nose. And then for my lips, I'm going in with MAC Cosmetics lipstick in Viva Glam 2. And I am just putting that all over my lips, and then I'm going to be going in with a lip liner, and I'm just going to define the edges a little bit. Since it is Thanksgiving and I'm going to be eating, I wanted something that was just easy to take off or rub off with my finger and get eating, you know what I'm saying? This is not the time for liquid lipstick, let me just tell you. So there is my completed makeup look, and now it's time to move to the hair. So put your hair down. I have second day hair here, and it worked best for me. I can imagine if I had freshly washed hair, it would be harder and you wouldn't have any texture. So second day hair is best for this unless you plan on teasing or using a little bit of product to kind of give your hair something to grab onto. So the product looks, the item looks like that. It has like a foam on one side and a stretchy band on the other, and you just put it on like a headband. That is as real as it gets. But make sure that your hair is perfect before you put it on. If you want to tease a little bit in the front or pull down some pieces, now would be the time to do so, because once you have that on, that invisible band can kind of just mush down your hair. So like you see there on my left side, kind of where my part is, it's kind of just mushed down. So try and get it situated before you put the band on. And then all I did was just rolled up my hair and tucked it inside the roll. That's all it is. You just push your hair down on the other side and it stays. I don't know if it's the the material of the foam in your hair, but it stays, and it was super easy and fast to do this. Actually, on camera, this was the first time I had ever used this product. My mom did her hair and I absolutely loved it, and then I saw it in stock and I just had to grab it. She does have shorter hair than me and more fine, and it worked for her also. So I would say you could use this for absolutely any hair type that you have. If you even want to do a half up, half down, that would look really cute too. So you can see here that I seriously just rolled up my hair and stuffed it on the other side of that foam, and it creates this super cute medieval looking hairstyle. Yeah, so back to the front, I am going to adjust it because you do have that clear invisible strand that's like facing the world, so you do want to make sure that you kind of pull a few pieces to hide it or tease a few pieces. Watching this back now when I have my head down adjusting it, you can see the invisible band a little bit, but in person, looking straight at me, you couldn't see it at all. So don't be worried, they're not going to be able to see it looking head on. Unless you are like super short and everyone looks over you, then I would just tease the hell out of it and hide it. But for like normal people, like for normal height people, no one's going to see it. And then I just curled a few pieces around my face just so it would all kind of blend in, and then I was set. So that is my finished look. Please let me know if you guys liked it. I picked up this hair thing just at my local BX, so I assume they have it at Target, Rite Aid, everywhere. And it's so cute and it was super cheap, so I would just give it a shot. But yeah, that is my finished look. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!